Hello everybody and welcome back to another Terraria class video, finally. And this time we're heading straight in, diving from the skies using spears only. And I think it's been so long that we should go ahead and get straight into it, huh? But first, are you subscribed? No? But when you finish up this video, make sure to go sub down below and like the video, or dislike it if you hated it and think I'm unfunny and unbased and blue-pilled. First things first, we start as we always do, making a character. Crawgoon, huh? Okay, I sure did not think about this name. We head into the world and start exploring the overworld. We head left and find ourselves a living wood tree. We're really hoping for a spear or a trident on this journey, but instead we find a blowpipe. We head down and get ourselves a finch staff that unfortunately we cannot use. I notice our first heart crystal below the tree and I dig down towards it. We continue down to do a ton of mining, finding plenty of ores and just enough emeralds to make ourselves a hook as soon as possible, and I wrap it up by finding 2 more heart crystals. A lot of wooden chests that don't have spears in them later, and we head down another tree that breaks straight into an enchanted shrine. An enchanted shrine. Well, of course we can't use it, but it is cool to find. And then I found a mystic frog. I have no idea what this thing is, but it looks sick, so shout out to little homie. As we explore a little further into the night, we end up dead and back home building our classic crawl base, placing a ton of homes and building our crafting station. Exploring more, we find our first water chest and it does not contain a trident, but I'm moving towards the ocean so hopefully we can find one there. Nope, and no. Jumping down into the Crimson, I'm trying to speed into a rotted fork so I can do literally anything. Check out this sick fucking gameplay. God, I'm literally so cool. We got ourselves an Undertaker, and a Panic Necklace before dipping back to our spawn. We immediately jump back down, and you've got to be kidding me. Okay, awesome. We head over to the jungle and get obliterated by a bat before making it to the other ocean, and dude, come on, how? After all that disappointment, I make a elevator and head down into the caves, finding a ton of life crystals, and we did it, baby. Trident from the flooded mushroom biome. Let's go. It may be broken, but my heart is not. We explore a bit more, finding some great items, including some Hermes boots, and then I go and build a house and a elevator in the desert. We're looking for an immediate weapon upgrade. We head down and find an ancient chisel, a snake charmer flute, and yes, a storm spear and a bass statue. That's so good. Alright, the playthrough is looking up right now. I pop all of my life crystals, clear out some trees, and pop down a massive arena. I'm ready to get this train rolling, so we go ahead and spawn the Eye of Cthulhu during the next night. The Storm Spear is super great for this fight, especially with a good modifier. It gives us a great bit of damage as well as some range so that we aren't ramming into the eye over and over. We very quickly get the eye down to its second phase, and thanks to our little blast of lightning, the dashes in the second phase aren't even a problem as we wrap up the fight and grab our Shield of Cthulhu and immediately take out another eye with the remaining time. Jesus Christ, I do not know how to read. My fucking mouse died. Are you serious? The morning after our fights, we get a goblin army to spawn, and using our glorious spear, we stab through the hordes of goblins until we defeat the army. I jump down into the caves to look for the Tinkerer, and look, he is so well hidden, I almost missed him. But it's okay because I notice and hop back up to free him buying the rocket boots and Tinkerer's table. Shortly after that, I'm down in the elevator looking for chests, and while digging towards one, I grab the dirtiest block again. That's like the 3rd playthrough now that I've gotten one in. Whatever, man. Expanding our arena into the Crimson, I grab a bloody spine and summon forth the Brain of Cthulhu. The Storm Spear makes quick work against the creepers, and we quickly get the brain down to its second phase before I lock in and play perfectly, defeating the big ol' squiggly brain on the first try. We use our new materials to make a full set of Crimson armor, and I head over to the jungle and at snow biome. Jesus, who wrote this? We use our new materials to make a full set of Crimson armor and head over to the jungle and snow biomes, placing some houses and grabbing a few pylons. We go ahead and grab a gravitation potion and head towards the Sky Islands, grabbing all of the important stuff before going into the jungle and finding a set of Pharaoh Claws super quickly. God, this playthrough is going awesome so far. I'm sure nothing could ever change that. We find a nymph, grabbing a metal detector, and head over to the beach to blow up the ground, heading straight into our shimmer, grabbing a vital crystal, and then diving into hell shortly after. I grab a ton of hellstone and obsidian, crafting the full molten armor set and the pickaxe before stocking up on a ton of potions. We build a house by our dungeon side ocean and place a pylon, and then we do the same down by the shimmer. We go ahead and prep our dungeon for the next boss fight, flattening it out and building some platforms so that when night comes around we can hop straight into the fight. And honestly, while this fight isn't really hard, it takes a while as my damage is slowly getting outpaced. But we take out Skeletron's hands eventually and can focus our lightning onto the skull itself. The fight does go a lot faster now that we can focus our damage, and we swiftly take out the skull, sending him in a box down the river. We waste no time jumping down into the dungeon, freeing the mechanic, and grabbing ourselves a shadow key in the very first chest. Awesome. I immediately head down to hell and we find ourselves the final pre-hard mode spear, the Dark Lance. This thing is so cool, especially after its rework. I'm excited to progress out of pre-hard mode, so I buy a ton of potions and clear out all the obstacles down in hell before throwing in a guide voodoo doll and beginning the fight with the wall of flesh. I forgot how annoying the hungries are when you don't have a sweeping melee weapon. This fight does not last long. But it's okay, we try again. Fuck. I hate having to build these dumb platforms, it takes so much time. Next voodoo doll goes in, and with our brand new platform, we get killed by a house. And then the wall. And then we go again for attempt number 5, making sure to pace ourselves much more with a slightly extended platform, and we quickly take care of the wall, finally moving into hard mode. This script is killing me. I'm the worst scriptwriter on the planet. Heading back up, we use our demon heart and immediately jump into the crimson, blessing ourselves with cobalt, mithril, and adamantite. We of course go and mine some cobalt, make a pickaxe, mine some mithril, make an anvil and a pickaxe, and wrap it up by mining some adamantite and crafting the glaive and a full set of armor. We head down to our jungle arena and I set it up to grind mimics, and like honestly, it took me like 2 hours to get this. But I finally get a Titan glove and I head home to upgrade the power glove before finally grabbing some potions and starting the fight with the destroyer. I thought this fight would be decently easy thanks to the piercing of the spears, but actually, no, it was easy. All I needed was a few heals while on potion cooldown, and it took practically the entire night, but we do end up finishing off the destroyer on the very first try. We immediately run to our base and craft the next spear, the Gungnir, as well as the first piece of hollowed armor. Next up is some ice farming, and after a close call with this ice golem, we take him out and don't get the ice feather, unfortunately. Or from this one, or this one, or this one. Nope, nada, After finally obtaining the ice feather, I head up to the skies to beat some wyverns, eating their souls and crafting the frozen wings. Waiting around for the next night and just doing this weird thing until night hits and we summon up the twins. Honestly, this fight was way easier than I expected. Since they're such a ranged heavy boss, I would have guessed this would be a big hurdle, but we get Spasmicism down to his second phase real quick, and then after that, it doesn't take much to finish him off. Leading Retinizer to our desert home, we can get him to his second phase and use a little bit of house cheese to finish off the fight fully. I am super ready to progress further, so I sleep until night and immediately run into the fight with Skeletron Prime. And I mean, it's Skeletron Prime. I don't really have trouble with this guy. So we quickly finish up the mech bosses, and I go and craft the mechanical minecart, an adventure emblem letting us go all the way to the fire gauntlet, and finishing up with a pickaxe axe and hollowed armor. Next we jump up, literally the exact opposite of what I wrote in my script. Next we jump down into the jungle and mine up all of that green. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. And farm turtles for like 153 hours without getting any turtle shells before I give up to go grab buffs and face Plantera. Once again, Plantera proves herself to be incredibly easy, especially with how strong hard mode melee is. We watch her health melt away into her second form and very quickly fade away into a treasure bag, letting us unlock the temple. Once I unlock the door, I head back up to build a small floating mushroom biome so that the truffle moves in and we can buy the mushroom spear. Back to grinding turtles.
153 hours later.
I definitely didn't get absolutely no turtle shells and cheat these in. We craft up the full turtle armor and head into the jungle temple spawning golem. I experiment with the mushroom spear here, but I decided it's a bit too slow before switching to the Gungnir and switching back before dying to golem. Ugh. Attempt 2 goes a little bit better. I still find myself switching between spears a lot, but I still fumble around with Golem's big ass head enough to almost end up dead before I lock the fuck in and just, oh my god, look at that. His head flies off and I am truly locked in. I'm doing Neo from the Matrix shit right now. Jesus, this is the best I have ever played this game. Wow, good job me. Good job. Finishing up the golem fight with a very close call, I grab our treasure bag and then start building a big arena to help me grind through the Frost Moon. It doesn't end up working super well. I've never made one of these before, but it works well enough for us to be able to get an Ice Queen on the first night, and unfortunately she ends up taking us out. Honestly, facing another one, I realize our damage is just not good enough, and more importantly, our range is severely lacking. A small change to our arena, and I die again, and again. And then I do a pumpkin moon to go ahead and grab our infinite flight broom before saying fuck it and heading towards the lunatic cultist. This fight is honestly so rough with our poor range. Not having enough room by the dungeon, I slowly drag the cultist all the way home to our arena and slowly, very slowly, take him out. God damn it. Oh, hey, I finally took out an Ice Queen. At this point with my strategy down a bit, I end up being able to take out quite a few, and a snowman cannon. For real. With our newly obtained North Pole, we go ahead and face the cultist again, this time whacking him down big style with my pole. Oh, what? With him taken care of, we easily shred through the 4 pillars thanks to the falling snow, and as the Moonlord approaches, we start the fight off terrible, and we're dead. Dead, and I couldn't heal. Okay, I'm done. Whatever. With the Moon Lord defeated thanks to the newly buffed North Pole, I can finally say I beat Terraria using spears only. Kinda. Okay, fine. My excuse for using the Daybreak is this. I really wanted to finish the playthrough, and also the description of it literally calls it a Spear of Light. So, take that. I win. Thank you all so much for watching. As you may have seen, I've started streaming the next playthrough right here on YouTube, so if you want to be a part of the next video, feel free to join up on the streams and hang out. Make sure to turn your notifications on as well if you don't want to miss them. Also, feel free to join my Discord where I always announce new videos, streams, and more right in the description below. And we're gonna do a quick shout out to my members and founders. Yeah, so this is Future Crawl coming in here. I got gifted 200 members in my last stream. So, yeah. I'm gonna let them scroll on the screen because that's a lot. That's a lot of members that I have. All right, are we all done? Members are gone? Okay, love you, my members, and I love all of you watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.